The British pound is our money. It has a rich history and is deeply embedded in our daily lives. From the coins and notes we carry in our wallets to the digital transactions we make online, the pound is a constant presence. We use it every day. Whether we're buying a cup of coffee, paying for groceries, or settling our bills, the pound is the medium that facilitates these exchanges. It's more than just a currency, it's a part of our identity. It's how we buy things in shops. The pound is trusted by both consumers and businesses alike. It ensures that our economy runs smoothly, allowing us to purchase goods and services with confidence. It's how we get paid for our work. Our salaries and wages are denominated in pounds, reflecting the value of our labor. This money then circulates back into the economy, creating a cycle of earning and spending. The value of the pound is important. It influences our purchasing power and affects the cost of living. When the pound is strong, our money goes further and we can afford more. It affects how much things cost. Inflation and exchange rates play a significant role in determining the value of the pound. When prices rise, the pound's value can decrease, impacting our ability to buy the things we need. If the pound is strong, we can buy more with our money. A strong pound means lower prices for imported goods and services, making everyday items more affordable for everyone. If the pound is weak, things become more expensive. A weaker pound can lead to higher costs for imports, which in turn can drive up prices for consumers. This can make it harder for families to make ends meet. The pound has been around for a long time. It has a storied past. Having been used for centuries, over the years it has seen many changes, adapting to the needs of the economy and the people who use it. It's one of the oldest currencies in the world. The pound's longevity is a testament to its resilience and stability. It has weathered economic storms and emerged stronger, continuing to serve as a reliable form of money. It's been through a lot of changes over the years, from the introduction of new designs to the adoption of advanced security features. The pound has evolved to meet the demands of modern times, but it's still going strong. Despite the changes, the pound remains a cornerstone of our financial system. It continues to be a symbol of trust and reliability for millions of people. The pound is a symbol of Britain. It represents our economic strength and our national identity. The sight of the pound sign is a reminder of our rich heritage and our place in the global economy. It's a sign of our economic strength. The pound is more than just money. It's a reflection of our nation's resilience and our ability to thrive in an ever-changing world. Inflation is a big word, but it means something simple: prices going up. When prices go up, our money buys less. We all feel the pinch of inflation. It's harder to afford the things we need, like that weekly shop at Tesco, petrol for the car, or even a pint down the pub. Inflation is happening all over the world. It's caused by many things. The war in Ukraine, for example, has made energy prices soar. When things cost more to make, companies have to charge more for them. That's how inflation trickles down to us. Inflation affects the pound too. It's a phenomenon that impacts the value of money over time. When inflation rises, the purchasing power of the pound diminishes. This means that the same amount of money buys fewer goods and services than it did before. When prices go up, the pound doesn't stretch as far. Everyday items become more expensive, and consumers feel the pinch in their wallets. This is a direct consequence of inflation, which erodes the value of money. Imagine you have a £10 note. This note represents a certain amount of purchasing power, but what happens when inflation takes hold? Last year, you could buy 10 loaves of bread with it. Bread is a staple item, and its price is a good indicator of inflation. This year, because of inflation, you can only buy 8. The same £10 note now buys fewer loaves of bread, illustrating the reduced purchasing power. Your £10 doesn't have the same buying power. This is a clear example of how inflation affects everyday life. This is what we mean when we say the pound is weakening. It's not just a term used by economists, it's something that affects everyone. It doesn't mean the notes and coins are physically smaller. The physical size of the currency remains the same, but its value in terms of what it can buy decreases. It means they buy less. This reduction in purchasing power can have a significant impact on people's standard of living. A weak pound makes things more expensive. This is particularly noticeable with imported goods, as the cost of these items rises when the pound weakens. This is especially true for things we import from other countries, like electronics or clothes. When the pound is weak, it costs more to buy these items, leading to higher prices in stores. This can affect everything from the latest gadgets to everyday clothing, making it more challenging for consumers to afford the things they need and want. We're used to cash and cards, but there's a new type of money on the horizon: digital currencies. These are like digital tokens that represent value. You can use them to buy things online or in shops. Think of it like using your debit card, but without needing a bank. There are already digital currencies like Bitcoin, but these are created by private companies. Now, central banks like the Bank of England are considering creating their own digital currencies. These are called central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs. The Bank of England is looking into a digital pound. This initiative is part of a broader trend where central banks around the world are exploring digital currencies. The idea is to create a digital version of the traditional currency that we use every day, but with some modern twists. This would be a digital version of the pounds we use now. Imagine having your money stored in a digital wallet on your smartphone, just like how you might store your credit card information. This digital pound would be backed by the Bank of England, ensuring its stability and reliability. You could use it alongside cash and cards. This means that while you can still use your physical money and traditional bank cards, the digital pound would offer an additional, more modern way to pay for goods and services. It could be especially useful for online transactions and contactless payments. But it would be controlled by the Bank of England, not a private company. This is a key difference from other digital currencies like Bitcoin, which are decentralized and not regulated by any single entity. The Bank of England's involvement would provide a level of trust and security that private digital currencies might lack. This could be a big change for our money. The introduction of a digital pound could revolutionize the way we think about and use money. It could lead to new financial products and services and change the way businesses operate. Some people think it could make payments faster and cheaper. With a digital pound, transactions could be processed almost instantly, reducing the time and cost associated with traditional banking methods. This could be a significant benefit for both consumers and businesses. Others worry about privacy and what it means for banks. There are concerns that a digital pound could lead to increased surveillance of financial transactions, potentially infringing on individual privacy. Additionally, the role of traditional banks could be challenged, as people might prefer to hold their money directly with the central bank. The Bank of England is still deciding whether to introduce a digital pound. They are conducting extensive research and consultations to understand the potential impacts and benefits. This decision is not being taken lightly, as it could have far-reaching consequences for the entire financial system. They want to make sure it's the right decision for the UK. The Bank of England aims to ensure that any move towards a digital pound would be in the best interest of the country, balancing innovation with stability and security. The future of money could be digital, but it needs to be carefully planned and executed. One of the main arguments for CBDCs is control. Right now, the government has limited control over how we spend our money. With a digital pound, they could track every transaction. This could help crack down on illegal activities like money laundering and tax evasion. Furthermore, CBDCs could offer greater security. Unlike cash, which can be lost or stolen, a digital pound would be stored securely online. This could reduce theft and fraud, making our money safer. But it's not all rosy. There are risks and challenges with CBDs. One concern is privacy. If the government can track every transaction, what does that mean for our personal freedom? Will they know how much we spend, where we spend it, and what we buy? Another worry is the impact on banks. If people switch to a digital pound, will banks lose customers? This could destabilize the financial system. These are complex issues that need careful consideration. The future of money is uncertain. Technology is changing rapidly. What we use for money in 10 years might look very different from today. CBDCs are just one possibility. Other innovations could emerge that we haven't even imagined yet. One thing is for sure, the debate about money is just beginning. We need to have a national conversation about the future we want. What role do we want technology to play in our finances? What are the risks and rewards? These are questions we need to answer together. The British pound is facing challenges. Inflation is eroding its value. New technologies like CBDCs are emerging. The future of our money is uncertain, but one thing remains constant. The pound is a symbol of our nation. It represents our economic strength and stability. As we navigate the changing landscape of finance, we must proceed with caution and wisdom. We need to carefully weigh the risks and rewards of new technologies, and we need to make sure that any changes to our monetary system benefit all Britons. The future of the pound is in our hands.